So we've taken our next step in this infinite journey of enlightenment. A series of events have taken place that has brought us to where we are right now. This is the most important time of our lives. It's in this very moment which exists prior to a thought that we have the potential to be. Being exists in this moment, in this time, and knowing, seeing, feeling, and experiencing all that there is right now. Stay tuned as Ron Ash teaches how to locate our special gift, connect with Spirit, and intentionally create our experiences.
Do you have a special gift that you'd like to share with the world? Then consider broadcasting your message on BTRN. The Bean Talk Radio Network is local, national, and international broadcasting with powerful programs that enlighten minds and change lives. BTRN hosts are passionate about purpose, motivating listeners to confidently move forward in the direction of their dreams. To host a show on BTRN, call 401-640-GIFT. Become a part of the Bean Talk Radio Network today and contribute to positive change tomorrow. We are BTRN, the Bean Talk Radio Network.
The best way to predict the future is to create it. The Intuitive Life Coach takes a metaphysical approach to life coaching, identifying root issues, accessing key problems, and formulating a highly effective approach and resolution. Through proven coaching techniques, the Intuitive Life Coach will help you to move confidently in the direction of your dreams. Author, counselor, teacher Ron Ash is the Intuitive Life Coach. Call 424-777-LAWS or connect online at theintuitivelifecoach.me.
All Hallows Eve Psychic Fair on Sunday, October 28th at the Crown Plaza Hotel, Warwick, Rhode Island, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The event features Sherry Lord, International Channel, Sheila Marie, Forensic Psychic Medium, CBS Radio's Behind the Paranormal with Paul and Ben Eno, ghost tours, psychic readings, group readings, and more. All Hallows Eve Psychic Fair, Sunday, October 28th at the Crown Plaza Hotel. Visit allhallowsevepsychicfair.com.
True knowledge evokes wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge in practice. Selective knowledge facilitates error. In spirit is truth. Darshini in Spirit will help you find the answers you seek. Darshini sees. Internationally renowned clairvoyant and spiritual guide Darshini has a refreshingly honest and candid style that contributes greatly to her ability to counsel, heal, and guide. Motivational speaker, author, teacher. Experience Darshini in Spirit at 714-348-9994. Visit darshini-inspirit.com.
Hello and welcome to Being with Ron Ash. I'm Ron Ash, your host, and we are live and local, national and international, on great stations worldwide. For a complete list of our affiliates and show times, please visit us online at mybtrn.com. That's mybtrn.com. You are Being with Ron Ash and Darshini in Spirit. Hello, Darshini.
Hi, Ron. Well, there have been a few developments, but unfortunately, as life will come in, but I don't know if it's an appropriate time to bring it up now, but I'll leave that to you, Ron.
I think it's something that we should talk about. There are a lot of changes going on right now, lots of shifts in the energy, lots of planetary movement, and they are affecting people everywhere. And many times these are people that we otherwise would not consider were being affected in these ways, or we may have people who have been around us all our lives who are constantly speaking this way, but only now perhaps they are actually seriously contemplating leaving this planet. Yeah,
and you're so right, and unfortunately it is about timing. I'm talking about the energies that we're talking about, all these shows. It's going to not only ramp up, but it's going to tighten like a tornado, into morphing into a more intense period. And I don't know how many people are out there are feeling this, but I call it phase 4. And it's really an intensification where you're feeling more anger, resentment. Against whom, I don't know, but literally it is just total frustration. I will be posting a YouTube when I get back. I'm actually, for the listeners in Oregon, with my boyfriend's family had experienced 2 deaths in 2 weeks, and one was his son took his life. So it's really that's what we're talking about here, everybody. And Ron and I really strongly believe that there is a shift that everybody has to be aware of. I've posted certain comments on my Facebook where people, please look around at everybody where they're all maybe a bit too perky, maybe a bit too, oh, I'm fantastic. Look behind that face and see what else are they really trying to desperately reach out to people, not to say get nosy or, invade other people's privacy, but really it's about talking and really, how can I say this, connecting with people who are desperately looking for help and reaching out, but they don't know how to. There is how can I say this, confusion. There's as if there's nothing out there for them, total loss, blankness. I mean, this is all, depression. They don't even want to look at the depression or acknowledge there is a depression. They'll call it, oh, yeah, I was off, but they don't even know it sometimes or recognize what it is. It's like a massive, massive piece of dough in your life, and it's suffocating, taking the air out of you, exhaustion, tiredness, and just like a dead brain in a way that they can't function. Everybody experiences depression on different levels, but mostly this is more like a muffled, somebody's suffocating you. And I don't know how many people, but those are the extremes, but I'm going across the board with all the symptoms because it is important for everybody to not acknowledge, but to check, okay, do I see this in my life? Do I see this in my children's life or anybody around me? But it's not exactly the contagious part, but it is really about what am I being affected by this? Because it's energy, and energy is not contained. It will spread. That's how we read people, Ron and I, that we read through energy, and how we know somebody's upset, or if I'm doing a reading or whatever, the clarity of it. So just check, and it will transmute to you. Not to say, that person's depressing, I don't want to be around them. But is it a bit more than that? Are they looking for, are they reaching out because they're so lonely? And, they say they're really busy and, I've got this friend, that friend. But it's a surface. Is it surface talking? And that's what I'm going to call it, surface talk. And a lot of people, Ron, you experience this every day, being on the radio and, with your clients, that it's a lot of it surface talk. So I don't know if that makes sense, but please look beyond that. They think it's an easy way out, taking their life.
Yeah.
But, and they don't realize it. These are people who think, that's it. But they don't realize the other level on the other side is even more vibrant. So that could kind of send you crazy. But what they're trying to do is to show you that you can work things out, but you just have to get over that learning curve. Hopefully that helps a bit, Ron.
There definitely is a feeling of hopelessness amongst many people. They've seen relationships come and go, and during this period, a lot of relationships have ended. People have gone their separate ways. Their dreams of what was to be at this time in their lives, whether it be financially, career-wise, or in a love type of relationship have dissipated and run amok. So they're kind of reevaluating things and saying, wait a second here, and I don't like this, and is there a place for me now in this system? And many times they are contemplating suicide, just ending it all, and it may just be a feeling, and then again it may not be. But if you're close to anyone and they're going through a lot, I think it's time well spent to give them a call or pay them a visit and get a feeling of where they are right now psychologically. I had a friend call me up the other day, and she actually told me that she was thinking about checking herself in, which thankfully she was taking that route, but she was actually contemplating taking her life. It was just becoming too much for her, and it's a shame because many times when we start to feel this way, we're very close for things to work themselves out.
Yes. And that's when I'm talking, I call it climbing the Mount Everest. It's literally when you're going up a mountain, and once towards the end, towards the top, it gets sheerer and sheerer. So therefore, the angle is more steeper, and your problems get heavier and heavier, and you can't stand it. And when you think you can't stand any more, that's about the time you just literally crest over the hill, and you wonder, what was I worrying about? But that last push is where people are existing in at the moment, and they feel totally lost, and they feel that they're a failure. I hate to say it. The media there, the news, the kind of overexplosion of all this, the end of the world, even though a lot of people realize it isn't going to be. But it's all this mentality and energy, as I said, spreads. And so there's a kind of really hidden, secretive mass hysteria out there. And that's what's scary. That people don't realize that they're feeding or insidiously being fed, really, through this and negativity. And it is part of the change, I'm afraid, where people are, it's as if what I call in the book, squeezing the head. So basically, spirit squeezing your head. Where do you want to be? Who do you want to be? And they don't want to push out of their security square. And that's another reason for them to go into this downspin, because they don't want to face off on not the reality, but what their real choices are here in this world. They feel they've disappointed other people, they've disappointed everybody else. I know too many, a lot of people in the last 5 weeks, who have been talking about that, the suicide. And we can't tell them what to do. We're not allowed to. It's their choice. But we can guide them and try and offer them, this is going to be okay, but this suggestion, that suggestion. So it's only to know, I hate to say it, Ron, that it is going to go and continue, I'm afraid.
Well, there are many things out there, labels that have been put on ourselves and labels that have been put on where we're supposed to be in a certain time in our lives, who we're supposed to be as a man or a woman, and these things have all changed. I mean, we're going through a transformation. What was steadfast and held true for yesterday no longer applies. Things are switching, and we have to learn to release those ideas that we've had in the past and trust in the universe and understand that things are working out the way they're supposed to work out, and just be patient. It's very important.
Perfectly put.
We're talking a lot about emotional states, and it's very difficult because we actually become addicted to certain emotional states, and usually a steadfast sign of that is that we can't control our emotional states anymore. And what happens is, it's like any type of an addiction. As we get a little bit more of that feeling, we need a little more of it next time to get that same feeling. And people do get addicted to these negative emotions, just like they get addicted to positive emotions, or excitement and things like that. So we have to be very careful to, pay attention to what we're thinking and how we're feeling.
And distinguish the two. What is a good emotion? What is a bad? And you're right. You're perfectly right. It's developed an addiction. Even though it's a crutch, but it's a familiar crutch. I know what I am like in that mode. Yeah. So, I'll be okay because I know that I'm going to be doing this, even though I'm going to get worse. I know that'll be safe. And it's an evil cloak that you wrap around yourself.
Very true, very true. And it affects us in our day-to-day lives. It affects us in our relationships. I had a client, very beautiful woman, very addicted to the all men are bad scenario. She had a bad relationship. She felt that she was betrayed, and now every man that comes into her life, she's just waiting for that to happen. She's expecting it to happen, and any little type of inclination that backs up her ideas will cause her to go into a tailspin and run, not walk, run right away from the man. And it's not a problem with the men in her life. It's a problem with her ideas. Exactly. Yeah, she has become addicted to that pain, those feelings and emotions associated with that failed relationship.
And the cycle of it, and that's another thing. And I'll try and maybe put something up on that, an extract from the book again. But don't recognize your cycles. Recognize your loops that you're in. Is it a loop? Go back. Is it a loop? Yes. No. And then go back quickly and evaluate what your life cycles are. And we are in cycles. Life is that we are comfortable with that, and we don't know it. It's such an unconscious, very, very subtle cycle we are all in. There are cycles within cycles. I don't know if you believe in that, but that's exactly what we're doing.
Well, scientifically, you look into quantum physics and how the brain works, and what happens is every time we experience a feeling and an emotion, it goes over that same route again and again, and that neural path gets stronger and stronger every time this thing repeats itself. And the mind knows no difference between what actually happened and what you think happened. It's all based on your perception of that event. And if that event, even as a perception, continues, it gets stronger and stronger. It gets very difficult to break that route in your mind.
Yeah, that's perfectly true. And that's what you have to. And it's hard. It's like a ravine, and you can't climb out of it. And that familiarity is so comforting, even in a horrible way. But, just like I say in one class, you're so used to saying somebody loves you, but before they say they love you, but they slap you at the same time. But you get so used to it, and you crave that because they're saying you love. They associate that with love. So it's that cycle. So anyway, sorry to start the show with a heavy subject.
Well, again, very important, and like anything, what needs to be talked about is talked about. And like I say, the friend that I spoke to was only maybe the day before yesterday when I found out that she was feeling that way. So it's very common, and even in a lesser way, many of us are just kind of thinking about it. The idea might pop into our mind really quick. We don't give it serious consideration, and we put that away. But it's there, and a lot of it is the waiting.
You're right.
Waiting for things to happen, the uncertainty of our financial situation, the uncertainty of our relationship. Is it going to go into the next year? Is it going to go into the next decade? What's happening in our careers? What's happening in our finance? People are in situations where they may be losing their homes. They don't know where they're going to live tomorrow. Their jobs are changing, and people are cutting their hours down or limiting jobs altogether. And many of the positions out there are very low paying, and many people are very overqualified, and the overqualification also works against them in the job market.
It's a total catch-22, and I hate to say it, this phase 4, please know that people are facing legal problems. Then there's another one. They're getting very emotional. They're tearing for no reason. They're being highly, highly emotional. They're being as if they're kind of being squashed with all possible emotions. All kinds of things, any projects that are going on ahead that you think, oh, it's going to happen, are going to get delayed until October, really October 2nd is when the news cycle comes in, but around about mid-October is when it starts really getting out. But total frustration. I've got so many clients like that are in either a legal battle or some kind of, a process where they can't get out of, or they can't complete, or it seems everything's at a standstill. And this energy is like a huge black massive F10 or hurricane that's just moving in, and that's it. It's just eating anything and everything. So you have to know that. And to deflect it, you have to start really looking at yourself. Who are you? What are you? What do you appreciate about yourself that others appreciate? And I keep on going back to that petal exercise that is on the the website in the first one, the pink petal. But that really helps you see how others see you, because you could be so jaundiced in the way, oh, they hate me, they never like me, blah, blah, blah. But when you start, Spirit will let you see how they really see you, and you'll be amazed why that somebody's opinion is different from what you perceive it to be, because they're coming from they could be processing things differently, or that they have problems in their own lives. So, don't just presume and assume. Allow yourself to see the other person, what's really happening, so that you don't get as if, not exactly paranoid, but near to paranoia. So you really have to look at that. So hopefully that will come.
And keep your thoughts on a positive level about, what's happening in all areas of your life, and understand that many times, the things that we interpret as bad are usually used for good. All right, we're going to have to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Darshini in Spirit right after these messages. 424-757-1425. We'll be taking your calls for psychic readings and mediumship, as well as counseling. So, again, the number is 424-757-1425, and we are the Being Talk Radio Network.
Have a special gift that you'd like to share with the world? Then consider broadcasting your message on BTRN. The Being Talk Radio Network is local, national, and international broadcasting with powerful programs that enlighten minds and change lives. BTRN hosts are passionate about purpose, motivating listeners to confidently move forward in the direction of their dreams. To host a show on BTRN, call 401-640-GIFT. Become a part of the Being Talk Radio Network today and contribute to positive change tomorrow. We are BTRN, the Being Talk Radio Network.
True knowledge evokes wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge in practice. Selective knowledge facilitates error. In spirit is truth. Darshini in Spirit will help you find the answers you seek. Darshini sees. Internationally renowned clairvoyant and spiritual guide Darshini has a refreshingly honest and candid style that contributes greatly to her ability to counsel, heal, and guide. Motivational speaker, author, teacher. Experience Darshini in Spirit at 714-348-9994. Visit darshini-inspirit.com.
All Hallows Eve Psychic Fair on Sunday, October 28th at the Crown Plaza Hotel, Warwick, Rhode Island, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The event features Sherry Lord, International Channel, Sheila Marie, Forensic Psychic Medium, CBS Radio's Behind the Paranormal with Paul and Ben Eno, ghost tours, psychic readings, group readings, and more. All Hallows Eve Psychic Fair, Sunday, October 28th at the Crowne Plaza Hotel. Visit allhallowsevepsychicfair.com.
Psychic medium Catherine Glass has a delightfully pleasing, empathetic approach that significantly contributes to her ability to advise, heal, and guide. Allow Catherine Glass to help you resolve life's issues through spirit communication, psychic intuitive readings, or reconnective healing. Be inspired by Catherine Glass, Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern on the Being Talk Radio Network. Counselor, healer, teacher, Catherine Glass. Psychic medium, 978-369-9228 or catherineglass.com.
Rhode Island Natural Awakenings magazine is the perfect resource for those seeking a healthy, natural lifestyle. In every free monthly publication, you'll find practical, cutting-edge information on natural health, nutrition, personal growth, green living, creative expression, and more. Find Natural Awakenings wherever free magazines are found. Read it online at rinaturalawakenings.com or call 401-709-2473. Feel good, live simply, laugh more. Rhode Island Natural Awakenings magazine.
Bridge the gap between Earth and the spiritual plane of existence. Join author and psychic medium Joseph Labruto III on a multi-dimensional journey of transformation every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on Being with Ron Ash. Communicate with a deceased loved one, the Ascended Masters, spirit guides, angels, and other spiritual beings, or ask Joseph about your career, relationship, or life path. There is more to life than what we know. Find the answers at www.psychicmediumjoseph.com.
Experience the power of being. Join author and intuitive life counselor Ron Ash on an infinite journey of enlightenment. Being explores the various modalities associated with self-help and spirituality. Master divine guidance, connect to source energy, and expand your consciousness. For a complete list of our affiliate stations and showtimes, visit beingwithronash.com.
The best way to predict the future is to create it. The Intuitive Life Coach takes a metaphysical approach to life coaching, identifying root issues, accessing key problems, and formulating a highly effective approach and resolution. Through proven coaching techniques, the Intuitive Life Coach will help you to move confidently in the direction of your dreams. Author, counselor, teacher Ron Ash is the Intuitive Life Coach. Call 424-777-LAWS or connect online at theintuitivelifecoach.me.
Are you interested in promoting yourself, your business, or your platform? If so, you should contact RMA Associates for the most cost-effective ways to promote what you do. RMA has over 25 years of experience helping their clients grow while meeting the challenges of an ever-changing market. Email RMA today at rma.associates@yahoo.com for more information. Again, that's rma.associates@yahoo.com.
Do you have a special gift that you'd like to share with the world? Then consider broadcasting your message on BTRN. The Being Talk Radio Network is local, national, and international broadcasting with powerful programs that enlighten minds and change lives. BTRN hosts are passionate about purpose, motivating listeners to confidently move forward in the direction of their dreams. To host a show on BTRN, call 401-640-GIFT. Become a part of the Being Talk Radio Network today and contribute to positive change tomorrow. We are BTRN, the Being Talk Radio Network.
Have you ever wished you could talk to the animals? The Pet Psychic can facilitate the communication between you and your animals on Earth, as well as those who have crossed over. Join the Pet Psychic on the Being Talk Radio Network. Communicate with your pets, past and present, through the abilities of the Pet Psychic.
That's Eric Peterson and his title, Rainbow. You can connect with Eric Peterson and all of our guests, past, present, and future, at beingwithronash.com. That's beingwithronash.com. You are Being with Ron Ash and Darshini in Spirit. If you'd like to schedule a private session with Darshini, you could do so at 714-348-9994, or visit her to keep up with her events and appearances at Darshini-inspirit.com. Again, that's Darshini-inspirit.com. 424-757-1425, taking calls for free psychic readings and mediumship. We have Lucy joining us from Chicago. Hello, Lucy.
Hey, Lucy. Hello. Okay, can you hold for 1 second?
All right, we're gonna have to go back to Lucy. Let's go to 484. What's your name and where you calling from?
Oh, hi. How are you? Thank you for taking my call.
You're very welcome. And what's your name?
My name is Tiffany.
Okay. And where are you calling from, Tiffany?
I am calling you from Ocean City, New Jersey.
Okay. And what can we do for you today?
Okay, I'm having issues here in my relationship, and I would like to know what you see that's going to go on in the next couple of weeks concerning this man.
Okay. I see, and, I'm going to go backwards a bit here. The last 3 months, it's been shifting rapidly, your relationship. Is that true?
Yes, with the same man, yes, with Danny.
Yeah. And it's really, it's as if he's stepped back, but in an instant, every few weeks or something, it's as if it's the old Manny, but it's going back and forth like that. Is that true?
Yes, with him, yes. And I finally threw in the towel last night. I was like, I'm done. I'm defriending you off Facebook. This is it. I've had it. Goodbye. So I don't know what he's going to. I don't know what he's going to do now.
Well, that's his. Remember, you're not in. I hate to say this, but you don't know. If you don't know me, I have to be honest here that you are a bit of a controller. Is that true?
I am, because I'm either yes or no. I'm a single mom with a child. I don't have time to play games. In my late 30s, so is this man. It's either yes or no. I can't have this.
Yeah, but I'm talking about that you have a lot of expectations, to be honest, Tiffany, and it is frustrating, but he's going through a lot of changes too. And you have to realize you need time also to decide what do you want. It's not a black and white. Life is not a black and white, and I realize your situation. It's very, very tough. And you've been going through the last 18 months of a lot of fluctuations anyway within yourself and your with your child. But isn't that true?
Well, yeah, kind of, but I mean, I gave Danny a chance, and I just feel like, you talk to him one day, everything's good, and then you talk to him the next day, and he says, we're not a couple, you can date other men. I'm like, what the heck?
That's what you need to do, is to go independent, as I said. And what I'm just seeing for you in closing is that you need to realize that you need time for yourself. That's why you gave that ultimatum. But ultimatums tend to kind of get wishy-washy after you go back and forth and, go back. So you have to realize and take time, especially in the next 2 to 3 weeks. If not 2 to 3 months, I hate to say it, that you need to decide what you want in your life. And regardless of a specific person, a specific type of person. And you have evolved, he has evolved, and maybe that growing, separation has also added to the mix. But, the economy and all kinds of other things play on his mind a lot. He doesn't talk about it. In fact, I see sometimes he's so uncommunicative, you feel as if why is he even in the room? Because, he's not even talking or, interacting with you. So he's got a lot in his mind that's overwhelming him. But you independently have to decide. And he's not a bad guy. But it's just that you have to decide where you want, and that's basically it in the next 3 months. By February, I see that you more or less have a line of contact that you need, a line of vision that where you want to go and what do you want to see in your life. But you're kind of being a bit too close to the trees here to see the forest. So just back off, give time to yourself, and maybe, also spend more time with your child. Is it a boy?
Mm-hmm. No, it's a girl, a 12-year-old girl.
Strong. Very, very strong, right?
Right, and I just, my whole thing is I didn't know if this was the end for me and Danny.
No, we're not allowed to tell you what to do. You called the wrong person here for me, because I will not tell people what to do. That is not our lives. That's your life. You have to decide that. But what I'm telling you is that you're in such a position of change. You need to really rethink things. Okay.
Okay.
Give time to yourself.
Thank you.
Tiffany, I want you to also look at a couple of other things that you mentioned. First of all, I want you to seriously look at why you are in this relationship with Danny, or why you seek a relationship with any other man. I also want you to seriously take a look at something that you said, that many women feel exactly the same way. And if I'm reading it wrong, let me know. But it seems like you said, I don't have time for this. I'm in my late 30s. And many women, and I'm not saying it's your case, but they feel like they have a shelf life. Like if they don't find this special person, if they don't have this special relationship by the time they're in their 30s, it's never going to happen for them. And I don't want to see anybody thinking that way, because it's just not so.
It's not that I'm thinking that way, like I have a clock ticking. It's just I don't have room in my life for any game players. That's what I feel. If you want to play head games or you're confused, then you need to not knock on my door. Do you know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah. But also that could be a perception that you're having. It could be from past relationships. The feelings and emotions are being brought up again. Danny's just being Danny, and he's going with the flow. And then you're trying to, say, okay, Danny, you have to play the game. It's got to be by my rules or else.
Exactly. And that's what I brought in, the controller aspect. It doesn't work that way. It has to be not 50-50, but at least an equal relationship. Ron is right with that.
You have to be in a relationship for what it is today. You can't be saying, well, what is it going to be tomorrow? Because you're forfeiting the joy that you can experience today for what may or may not be tomorrow, and you're missing the boat, because a lot of times these relationships will take us to another relationship, or they'll help us to grow, and it'll help that other person to grow until we get to the point where we've grown together and we have a purpose for each other in each other's lives, And so many people just they don't want to go through that. They're so bent on this guy has to be mine, or this girl has to be mine, that they don't allow things to come of their own fruition. Arlene from New Jersey. Hello, Arlene.
Hi, Ron. Hi, Darshini.
Hello. What's your question, Arlene?
My question is about work. I spoke to you a few weeks ago because I got a job. I got hired with a consulting company through my girlfriend.
Oh, I remember.
But I'm waiting for an assignment, and I know the woman, Kathy, I finally spoke to her. So she called me, and we had some conversation back and forth, and I guess that was for her to get to know me a little bit. And so I'm still waiting for an assignment. And then this morning, my girlfriend, Linda, who works for AT&T, she messaged me, and she said that she has something coming up, not until January. So in case something doesn't come through at that time, then she'd want me, there's another consulting company, and she would have me just take my application, and she would tell them she's going to take me. But I'm kind of hoping that I'm not waiting that long.
Well, did everything I tell you more or less come true last time?
Well, it's only been about 2 weeks. You told me in about 3 weeks that if something would come about.
Yeah, but I hate to say it, this kind of timing period, I don't know if you heard the earlier bit of the show, but when Ron and I were talking, we're in this weird holding pattern where we think things are going through, and even though I saw it, it's everything's held up, bogged up.
Right.
Like a huge bung shoved in there. So I hate to say it, things are going to take longer to come into fruition. And I would say another 2 weeks. I know that you want it, but this is what. Remember, you created a choice here. You co-created a. This is what you wanted, the consulting, instead of just going for a regular job. Correct?
Well, no, it's because I've been sending out my application. I've been sending out my resumes. So, and then she, my girlfriend Linda said, "Why don't you try this? And I could probably get you hooked in." So I said, "Well, I've been really just staying in my retail area." So I said I should go out of the box a little bit. I keep hearing, "Go out of the box, go out of the box."
Yeah,
So. I said, well, I gotta. Maybe there's a reason. It's for me to open up to other things. So I said, well, I'm going to be open to whatever comes along. So, and I even my brother's friend owns a business in the Meadowlands Stadium, in North Jersey, where the Giants and the Jets play, and it's grueling work. And like today, I'll be going there. It's only $16 an hour. I'm going to leave my house at 1:00. The other night, I got home at 5 a.m. But in between that, I only get paid for like 10 or 12 hours.
Yeah, okay, all right. But what I'm saying is just, as you said, you're going out the box, you're looking at other options, but don't, you're kind of in a frenzy at the moment, aren't you? You're in a total frenzy. You have to get a job. Don't get so tight wound that, you'll take, you kind of near that spot where you'll take anything because you've got an agenda that I have to get a job. Or I need something now, and you will literally shine on the job that's really perfect for you, or near perfect for your next step. So you have to kind of draw a breath here. Use what your brother's doing, and that's really sweet of him. Even though it's grueling, it's also more physical, correct? That job?
Well, it's not. I wouldn't say it's like really physical. Believe it or not, I'm scooping Italian ice and filling up a cart. And it's just that, like, when I get there, I have to leave my house at 1:00 because it takes an hour once you get in the parking lot to get in the stadium for the employees. So that's the time factor is there. But once I get there, like I won't. I get there like today. Say I start at 3. I'll get there at 3. I won't even sit down for the first time until about 10.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's physical aspects. But what I'm telling you, quite frankly, I'm not interested in the details there because you have to start thinking, you're so close, this is this. That's not the real portion here. You have to step back. Last thing is just really reevaluate your thinking method because you are on this high rail frenzy. And you're drawing all the wrong things to you. So you need to step back, take a deep breath, and realize, okay, I'm going to enjoy the moment, even though it's grueling. I'm going to enjoy the moment, and then let's see what happens. And really start visualizing what you really want, because you're in this tight one thing that now you're drawing anything. All right?
Well, I felt like I did it because I felt like, I would maybe create some energy to move. I'd be bringing in some income, which, of course I need. I don't have an income coming in. So I need some income. So even though it's, not that much, it's at least something. So I figured I'm switching up energy to make money, like I'm drawing a paycheck. So I thought that would be good to move the energy. And as far as the other...
No, it's not. I'm not saying it's bad, okay? This is the last thing I'll say on this is just that basically you're doing what you need to do. And, that's why the frenzy, you're worried about the money. And this is perfect. It'll get you out of your mind, if anything, because you're being kind of pushed to the physical, on a physical level, you're standing all the time or whatever. And you have to start really getting out of your head, basically. Anyway, I truly wish you luck. It should be clearing within 2.5 to 3 weeks, only if you start not being in this panic mode, and it will come. Okay.
Yeah, very, very easy to get there, too, because, I've gone through it in my career, too, because it's a lot of ambiguity, and sometimes I was like, well, let me just grab this, let me just take that. Exactly. And now my concentration's all in these different areas that have nothing to do with what I'm passionate about and where my gift lies. We'll be back with more.
The The best way to predict the future is to create it. The Intuitive Life Coach takes a metaphysical approach to life coaching, identifying root issues, accessing key problems, and formulating a highly effective approach and resolution. Through proven coaching techniques, the Intuitive Life Coach will help you to move confidently in the direction of your dreams. Author, counselor, teacher Ron Ash is the Intuitive Life Coach. Call 424-777-LAWS or connect online at theintuitivelifecoach.me.
Do you have a special gift that you'd like to share with the world? Then consider broadcasting your message on BTRN. The Being Talk Radio Network is local, national, and international broadcasting with powerful programs that enlighten minds and change lives. BTRN hosts are passionate about purpose, motivating listeners to confidently move forward in the direction of their dreams. To host a show on BTRN, call 401-640-GIFT. Become a part of the Being Talk Radio Network today and contribute to positive change tomorrow. We are BTRN, the Being Talk Radio Network.
True knowledge evokes wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge in practice. Selective knowledge facilitates error. In spirit is truth. Darshini in Spirit will help you find the answers you seek. Darshini sees. Internationally renowned clairvoyant and spiritual guide Darshini has a refreshingly honest and candid style that contributes greatly to her ability to counsel, heal, and guide. Motivational speaker, author, teacher. Experience Darshini in Spirit at 714-348-9994. Visit darshini-inspirit.com.
All Hallows Eve Psychic Fair on Sunday, October 28th at the Crown Plaza Hotel, Warwick, Rhode Island, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The event features Sherry Lord, International Channel, Sheila Marie, Forensic Psychic Medium, CBS Radio's Behind the Paranormal with Paul and Ben Eno, ghost tours, psychic readings, group readings, and more. All Hallows Eve Psychic Fair, Sunday, October 28th at the Crown Plaza Hotel. Visit allhallowsevepsychicfair.com.
Reach out and communicate with your loved ones on Earth and in spirit via Diane Gian Lorenzo. Join Diane Gian Lorenzo, Spirit Communicator for humans and animals, Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on the Being Talk Radio Network. Accurate, therapeutic, healing. Call Diane Gian Lorenzo, Pet Psychic, at 386-308-1356 or visit DianeGianLorenzo.com. Are you interested in promoting yourself, your business, or your platform? If so, you should contact RMA Associates for the most cost-effective ways to promote what you do. RMA has over 25 years of experience helping their clients grow while meeting the challenges of an ever-changing market. Email RMA today at rma.associates@yahoo.com for more information. Again, that's rma.associates@yahoo.com.
Capture the essence of the moment. Discover the possibilities for your future. The Tarot Life Coach uses an ancient form of counseling known as the Tarot to help you find the answers to life's many questions from an intuitive, spiritual perspective. Join psychic medium Tanya Melendez for the Tarot Life Coach, Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on the Being Talk Radio Network. Romance, career, finance. Find the answers at www.tarotlifecoach.com.
Experience the power of being. Join author and intuitive life counselor Ron Ash on an infinite journey of enlightenment. Being explores the various modalities associated with self-help and spirituality. Master divine guidance. Connect to source energy and expand your consciousness. For a complete list of our affiliate stations and showtimes, visit beingwithronash.com.
Are you seeking guidance and clarity in your life? Internationally known psychic medium Sherry Hobson can guide you to a brighter future. Access your Akashic records revealing soul patterns that will help enable you to change your life, or connect to your angelic guidance, spirit guides, or those who have crossed over. Schedule your private session today at 760-521-2027 or at sherryhobson.com.
Have you ever wished you could talk to the animals? The Pet Psychic can facilitate the communication between you and your animals on Earth, as well as those who have crossed over. Join the Pet Psychic on the Being Talk Radio Network. Communicate with your pets, past and present, through the abilities of the Pet Psychic.
You are Being with Ron Ash and Darshini in Spirit. That's Stacey Davidson bringing us back from break with her title, Everything Is About You, from her album Narrow Gate, available everywhere great music is sold. You can connect with Stacey and all of our guests, past, present, and future, at beingwithronash.com. That's beingwithronash.com. If you'd like to schedule a private session with Darshini, you can do so at 714-348-9994. Again, that's 714-348-9994, and visit her online at darshini-inspirit.com. That's darshini-inspirit.com. We have Sharita joining us from Michigan. Hello, Sharita.
Hi, how are you?
I am excellent. What can we do for you?
I have a question. Well, I have two. One is about my life as far as my finances and everything, and then also about a situation with a guy.
Okay, we're only doing one question. What would you like, actually? We're a bit tight on time. Finances, maybe?
The situation with the guy.
Okay, all right. So, you seem to be kind of waffling. You're in a kind of, not exactly a financial spin, but in a situation where things are closing in on you in the last 5 to 6 months. Would you say that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so regarding the guy, you're kind of getting into, not exactly a frenzy, but a real worry about it because you're clinging on to him. And are you finding that he's not as intense as you are in the relationship?
Yeah.
Okay, because quite frankly, what he got attracted to you for, you become intense. And he's not into the intensity at the moment. And you are kind of trying to look for a foundation, a firm foundation, and you're trying to make him that foundation. Isn't that right?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to really back off if you want to be have him around. I mean, date him and everything, and for him not to run. You really have to back off and really reassess why you got attracted to him first of all. And it seems that it seems today it's gender driven, that you've got it fixed. Okay, this is what I want, but is it really what you want? You really need to rethink things. As not only that aspect about him, I'm talking about most of your life. And that's why you seem stuck in things. Other than finances, about 3 areas in your life you seem stuck, is because you need to be not wallowing, which you don't. You're quite an action lady. But you need to start reevaluating everything in your life in the way of, is this what I want? Do I really, do I see this relationship developing into something forever? And be honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. You know what you really want. And, if that's the case, then let it go. Otherwise, you're blocking the real person trying to get in. And then people say,
do you think that I will hear from him or I will see him again?
Well, no. See, you're being obsessive. You need to start, instead of looking at that, and I'm not going to tell you, because that's not what I'm here for. It's really, go 1-900 psychic for that, because quite frankly, that's not what it's about, what we're meant to be here for. It's really about you. You are really projecting everything onto this guy when you're actually avoiding issues in your life, and that is the changes in your life, and the real core that you're trying to reinvent in your life. And that's what you have to look at. I hope you see that.
Yeah, I do. I think I'm just running away from it.
Yes, you are.
I'm glad
you're brave enough. Yeah, and that is what this call is really about, why you were guided here. But really stop running, even though it'll be hard to look at yourself. What do you really want? Okay? I really wish you luck, but you need to start looking into not the mirror so much as being honest with yourself. And you'll find a lot of things changing where you don't even find, why was I even attracted to it? Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Sharita. Okay, we have Joellen from Chicago. Hello, Joellen.
Hi. Hey, that was really sage advice for her. And I love hearing all the information that you give other people. I think it's great advice.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
What? Not that we're going to give you advice, but what would you like to know? Hopefully it'll be good.
Sure.
You got me on pins and needles here.
Oh, no. I am about ready to move and out of the country, just for my next adventure. And what I'm going to be doing is doing some freelance graphic design. I pitched the company that I'm working for now to work for them in the transition, and then eventually I want to use that time to kind of develop my own style. I'm wondering if is this going to happen? Is this a benefit? And do you see me starting to go in my own direction? What is it that I need to know that way?
Okay, that's a good one. All right. And you are very adventurous, even though there's a kind of catch in your throat. Oh, my God, what am I doing? But there's also this real feeling and intuition that your graphic design work, your actual inspiration is going to warp and change because of the experiences of a new country. And that's what you want. You really want to not jazz it up, but to really push yourself into different aspects of growth. And, I really, really applaud you. And even though it's really intimidating, but you've got the freedom, you've got the independence. The only thing is I know there seems to be a kind of fear of, am I going to be safe? But really make sure that you do your homework in certain areas, that you are aware. But really on the work side, I hope you've got enough to survive on for a year independently. But obviously, just me being cautious for you. But really, I do see independent work coming your way. But may I suggest that you do a portfolio or even your own website or even a YouTube about all your designs so that it's interactive, it's giving layers to your promotability for your work, that you don't need to be casting around an actual physical portfolio. Do you get that aspect?
Yes.
Okay, and that way it's not only independent, but you are flexible and you can add to the portfolio as well. You've got quite a range, haven't you, on your graphic design?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that I'm seeing, and it's really, you work in a lot of mediums, which is really, goes into even graphic design is one thing, but it's also advertising. I see that you can do or have done. Have you? In the advertising field?
Yeah, I'm working in a marketing department with a company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really a huge chunk. A lot of people, but again, think outside the box. Approach companies that maybe even the little bakery that you're going to be around, because even though you are, they may have looked at people who are local, if you have your portfolio and even one of those, those picture frames that go over with different pictures, those tiny little picture frames, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know if she's listening.
Yeah,
okay.
we're running out of time. We're going to have to wrap it up. Yep, Darshini-inspirit.com to schedule a private session with Darshini, or you can call her directly at 714-348-9994. And remember, if you can't control your emotional state, you must be addicted to it. All right, we'll be back. We'll see you all on the radio real soon. Be peace, everyone, because peace becomes you. And as always, you can learn about all of our guests, including Darshini, at beingwithronash.com. That's beingwithronash.com.
Wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge in practice. Selective knowledge facilitates error. In spirit is truth. Darshini in Spirit will help you find the answers you seek. Darshini sees. Internationally renowned clairvoyant and spiritual guide Darshini has a refreshingly honest and candid style that contributes greatly to her ability to counsel, heal, and guide. Motivational speaker, author, teacher. Experience Darshini in Spirit at 714-348-9994. Visit darshini-inspirit.com.
Do you have a special gift that you'd like to share with the world? Then consider broadcasting your message on BTRN. The Being Talk Radio Network is local, national, and international broadcasting with powerful programs that enlighten minds and change lives. BTRN hosts are passionate about purpose, motivating listeners to confidently move forward in the direction of their dreams. To host a show on BTRN, call 401-640-GIFT. Become a part of the Being Talk Radio Network today and contribute to positive change tomorrow. We are BTRN, the Being Talk Radio Network.
The best way to predict the future is to create it. The Intuitive Life Coach takes a metaphysical approach to life coaching, identifying root issues, accessing key problems, and formulating a highly effective approach and resolution. Through proven coaching techniques, the Intuitive Life Coach will help you to move confidently in the direction of your dreams. Author, counselor, teacher Ron Ash is the Intuitive Life Coach. Call 424-777-LAWS or connect online at theintuitivelifecoach.me.
Psychic medium Catherine Glass has a delightfully pleasing, empathetic approach that significantly contributes to her ability to advise, heal, and guide. Allow Catherine Glass to help you resolve life's issues through spirit communication, psychic intuitive readings, or reconnective healing. Be inspired by Catherine Glass Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern on the Being Talk Radio Network. Counselor, healer, teacher, Catherine Glass. Psychic medium, 978-369-9228 or catherineglass.com.
Bridge the gap between Earth and the spiritual plane of existence. Join author and psychic medium Joseph Labruto III on a multi-dimensional journey of transformation every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on Being with Ron Ash. Communicate with a deceased loved one, the Ascended Masters, spirit guides, angels, and other spiritual beings. Or ask Joseph about your career, relationship, or life path. There is more to life than what we know. Find the answers at www.psychicmediumjoseph.com.
Reach out and communicate with your loved ones on Earth and in spirit via Diane Gian Lorenzo. Join Diane Gian Lorenzo, Spirit Communicator for humans and animals, Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on the Being Talk Radio Network. Accurate, therapeutic, healing. Call Diane Gian Lorenzo, Pet Psychic, at 386-308-1356 or visit DianeGianLorenzo.com.
Capture the essence of the moment. Discover the possibilities for your future. The Tarot Life Coach uses an ancient form of counseling known as the Tarot to help you find the answers to life's many questions from an intuitive, spiritual perspective. Join psychic medium Tanya Melendez for the Tarot Life Coach, Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on the Being Talk Radio Network. Romance, career, finance. Find the answers at www.tarotlifecoach.com.
Are you seeking guidance and clarity in your life? Internationally known psychic medium Sherry Hobson can guide you to a brighter future. Access your Akashic records revealing soul patterns that will help enable you to change your life, or connect to your angelic guidance, spirit guides, or those who have crossed over. Schedule your private session today at 760-521-2027 or at sherryhobson.com.
Experience the power of being. Join author and intuitive life counselor Ron Ash on an infinite journey of enlightenment. Being explores the various modalities associated with self-help and spirituality. Master divine guidance. Connect to source energy and expand your consciousness. For a complete list of our affiliate stations and showtimes, visit beingwithronash.com.